Hi, I'm Teacher Hernan, and welcome to Math for You. In this video, I'll be discussing with you about correct order of operations. Others may call it PMDAS. Now, before we start, please do subscribe if you are new to this channel and click the bell icon if you want to be updated with my latest videos. When we talk of operations, these are the addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. When two or more of these operations are involved in a number sentence, you have to follow the correct order of operations if you want to arrive at the correct answer. Now let's be familiarized with the correct order of operations. Let's have the first one. Do the operations inside the parenthesis. So that's the first thing for you to do. If there are parentheses, so you have to solve or work first inside the parenthesis. Second, perform multiplication or division first from left to right. What does it mean when you say from left to right? If these two operations are involved, it means that whichever comes first. If multiplication comes first, so you have to multiply, then divide. Or if division comes first, you have to divide first, then multiply. Then the third one, always do last addition and subtraction from left to right. Again, the meaning of this, if addition comes first, add first, then subtract if you are working from left to right. Or if subtraction comes first, you have to subtract, then add. For you to better understand the correct order of operations, let's discuss several examples. Now, let's start with the first example. Number 1, we have 12 minus 3 plus 8. If you notice, in this number sentence, there are two operations, subtraction and addition. So which one will you perform first? Again, following the correct order of operation, if these two operations are involved, you have to do it from left to right, meaning whichever comes first. So from left to right, it's the subtraction that comes first. So you have to subtract first. Let's subtract 12 minus 3. That's 9. Then lastly, you add plus 8. So what's 9 plus 8? Yes, that's 17. So 12 minus 3 plus 8, the answer is 17. But what about for number 2? It's addition. If you work from left to right, addition comes first, right? So here, you have to add first. So let's add 5 plus 17, that's 22, correct? Then, after that, you subtract it by 3. So our final answer is 19, correct? So 5 plus 17 minus 3 is 19. What about for number 3? It's 4 times 6 divided by 2. Again, if these two are involved, you have to work from left to right. Again, if you work from left to right, it's multiplication that comes first. So you have to multiply first. What's 4 times 6? That's 24. Then, divided by 2. So our answer is 12. Correct. So 4 times 6 divided by 2, that's 12. But look at for number 4. If you work from left to right, it's division that comes first, right? So you have to divide first here. So let's divide 12 divided by 3. That's 4. Then multiply this by 6. So our answer is 24. So 12 divided by 3 times 6 will give us 24. Okay, let's go to number 5. If you notice, there are 3 operations involved. Subtraction, multiplication, and addition. Again, so if you work from left to right, by the way, there is no division, right? Only multiplication. So it's understood that you have to multiply first. Let's multiply 3 times 4. What's 3 times 4? Yes, that's 12. If I were you, you have to bring down everything after you perform one operation. So let's bring down the plus sign and the 5, then bring down the subtraction sign and the 22. So be sure when you bring down, do it in a proper way. Now, look at this one. You cannot see any more multiplication or division symbol, right? So that's the time you go to the third order of operation, which is perform addition and subtraction from left to right. Again, if you work from left to right, which operations come first? Yes, it's the subtraction. So you have to subtract first. So what's 22 minus 12? Yes, that's 10, correct? Then plus the 5. So our final answer is 15. What about for number 6? How many operations can you see? Addition, division, subtraction, and multiplication. So here, there are 4 operations. Again, there are no parentheses. So, go to the second order of operation, which is do division or multiplication from left to right. So, if I'll work from left to right, which comes first, division or multiplication? Yes, it's division, right? So, you have to divide first. So, let's divide 42 divided by 6. What's 42 divided by 6? Yes, it's 7. Again, if I were you again, bring down everything. Okay? So let's bring down 8 and the plus sign. Then here you bring down the 2, then times 4. Can I add now or subtract? Not yet. Okay? Because of this multiplication. You cannot go to the third order of operation because you still have multiplication. So let's multiply 2 times 4, which is 8. Again, bring down everything. There. So if you notice, no more multiplication or division here. So that's the time you go to the third order of operation, which is, again, perform addition, subtraction from left to right. So if you work from left to right, addition comes first. So you have to add first. So what's 8 plus 7? That's 15, correct? Then minus 8. So our final answer is, yes, it's 7. Now let's go to number 7. If you notice, you have the open and the closed parenthesis. Remember, the first order of operation is to perform inside the operations inside the parenthesis. So you have to first solve this one, 7 plus 3, which is 10, correct? Then bring down the minus 6 there and the 60, then the division sign. Next, what will you do next? Divide or subtract? Remember, after working or performing inside the parentheses, the second is you multiply or divide, right? So you have to divide first. So divide 60 by 10, that's 6. Then subtract 6. So our answer is 0. What about for number 8? We have parentheses here and parentheses here. So what will you do? You have to solve this subtraction here and find the answer here. Then multiply whatever the answer in this parenthesis and here. So you have to multiply the answers. Okay? So let's start working in this parenthesis. It's 12 minus 4, which is 8, correct? Then bring down the multiplication sign. Here you have addition and division. Which one will you perform first? Okay, it's the division. Remember, you do last addition and subtraction. So here you have to divide first. You have the 5, then the 3. If you are not yet done inside the parenthesis, be sure do not remove the parenthesis. You have to do not remove the parenthesis, not unless if you are done solving everything inside the parenthesis. But here you still have 3 plus 5. Again, cannot remove yet. So if I'll add 3 plus 5, that's 8. So the answer here is 8. So you don't need to put the parenthesis anymore. So bring down times 8. So our answer is 8 times 8, that's 64. Now let's have the last one. If you can see, we have here the open and the closed brackets, the open and the closed parenthesis. By the way, we call them grouping symbols. If there are more than one grouping symbols, we always perform the innermost symbol. So here, you have to perform first the operations inside the parenthesis. Okay? Again, before you can remove the parenthesis, be sure to solve everything inside it. Okay? So let's start. It's 6 divided by 2 times 4. Which one will you perform first? Again, if you work from left to right, division comes first. So you have to divide first. 6 divided by 2, that's 3, right? Then times 4. Again, perform everything first inside before you can remove the parenthesis. So here, you cannot move the parenthesis yet. So let's bring down this 12 plus sign, then the open bracket and the closed bracket. Then minus 20. Again, you are not yet done here, so continue this one. 3 times 4, that's 12. Now you can remove the parenthesis. So what's left is the closed bracket plus 12 and the open bracket here. Then the minus sign and 20 there. So what do you think you do first? Yes, you have to perform, again, it's a grouping symbols. So you have to perform first inside these grouping symbols. So it's 12 plus 12. That will give you 24. So we can remove these grouping symbols now. Then lastly, what will you do? You subtract 24 and 20. So our final answer is, what's 24 minus 20? Yes, that's 4. That's all for now. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.